Okay, right here I am taking pattern paper, and this happens to be from Graphic 45's Botanical Tea Collection, and I'm covering the box. And you need to take your time with this step. You know, if you have to remove it, replace it, remove it, replace it. But I hot glued it onto the plastic box or basket, just simply using hot glue. So it's very easy to do that. Now the next thing I'm doing here is I am taking a mauve colored trim. It's like a little ruffle trim, and I'm trimming out around the bottom of the basket. And I also, on the handle of the basket, I am putting it on top of the handle, and I will also put it underneath the handle so that the handle has double trim. Next, what I'm doing, this process was the longest process of the entire basket, and I am folding and layering white tulle all around this basket. Take your time with this process. It's very easy. You just fold and glue the fold to the basket. And I put 2 layers of tulle completely around the basket. And once I got done with that, I trimmed the tulle all the way around the basket to have an even fluff. I call it a fluff or a poof, to have it even around the basket. And then if I needed to fill in any areas with tulle, which I did, I just snipped off additional pieces and glued them in to fill areas that needed a little more poof. Okay, here I took a piece of cotton cloth and I cut it in an oval shape because that was the shape of my basket or container. And I stuffed it inside, and as you see here, I pinned it with clothespins to hold the way I want it to be held, and then I went around and I glued it to the top edge of the basket using hot glue. Then here I took my scissors and I trimmed off the excess trim. Now, I placed a piece of ribbon on the inside, it's a ruffle trim on the inside lip of the basket. And then when I glued it to where the top half of the ruffle trim can be lapped over the edge and glued to give a clean edge. And as you see here, that's what I'm doing. I'm gluing and wrapping the edge over, and that gives you such a perfect clean edge. The next thing is adding a ruffle trim. This is like a sheer topped ruffle trim, and I am just pleating it as I go back and forth, doing different style pleats, so that it can give it a fullness and a ruffleness, and it goes around the basket really pretty. And here I'm paying more attention to wrapping it around the handle area, and you're just going to continue this process all the way around the basket. Now here I decided that I wanted to add a trim underneath that ruffle. I know I should have put it on before I put that one, but that's about being a crafter. You make changes in the middle of everything. So basically I just lifted up that top layer and glued in this dangle Venice trim, and I just used clothespins to hold the top layer of lace away from the one that I'm gluing, so that I can glue it in there properly. Now the next thing here is I'm going back around the top, and I'm doing the same thing. I am gluing this trim a little bit higher so that I can wrap the top half over and finish off trimming out the top of the top rim, so you have a clean top rim. And I am just slowly gluing this around and separating the roses so that there wouldn't be any bulk or any pulling, and it just turned out simply beautiful. As you see here, I'm gluing and folding that final piece over the edge of the basket. Now here is when we have fun. I'm using elements such as pearls, trim pieces, scraps, marabou feathers, pearl garland, and an array of different styles of ribbons and stuff, and sheer ribbons and organza ribbons. And basically I am building the foundation to the front of the basket, and I will be placing a handmade flower that I made. And here you see I'm just building the layers on the front of the basket, because this is Shabby Chic, and Shabby Chic is all about scraps of this and that, laces and trims to make it beautiful. We can't forget about our string pearls. Now these flowers that I'm playing with here, they are flowers that were in past Shabby Chic kits that I did a while back, and they were pearl tipped flowers, and I thought they would look beautiful on this basket. And see there, I have built a little spray with those flowers with some diamante bling picks, and then I used roses from craftycd.com, and I used those pearl flowers, and here I'm just building the cluster on the front of the basket. This piece of the video so that you can see the detail in the bow, in the arrangement on the front of the basket. Here I am adding pieces of bling to the sides of the basket where the handles meet. This is just adding some bling and pearl to the basket. I will also use that same type of bling and go along the rim of the basket in the back. It's absolutely amazing how beautiful this turned out, and it all started out as a basket that held dishwasher detergent.